I think so far my favorite one, because it was really just like analyzing the problem. There is a problem, how are you going to deal with it? And really giving examples on, we tried to do it this way, and really going in depth, I think, and criticizing as well what goes wrong and what is not working. And for me personally, I think that is what I want to take out of this summit as well. Like these problems, how can I apply it in my society where I see my problems? Can I draw like lines that are the same or different? So for me personally, it was really good.
It was very good, and it was a transformative process, because I recognized that it was only Black South African students who had spoken up before today, but it was only this morning when white South Africans started to talk about how they have been feeling about apartheid.
You will be surprised, really. It's just this unexpected emergence of a new spirit and a new narrative that unfolds that you never imagined. Many of the people whose stories of forgiveness, they're not many, of course, but many of the stories of forgiveness, people will tell you that I never went with an idea to forgive. Very few will say, I want to forgive because I want to get rid of this. I just need someone to apologize. Some people say they didn't even know that that was going to happen. But it is in the nature of human connectedness that in the openness, opening our hearts one to the other, something falls into that space. And sometimes it is this wonderful moment of forgiveness.
That was a very, very emotional thing for me. A friend of mine and I, one of my black friends, we started crying. It ripped at my soul to hear those horrible stories, and I spoke up and I said, I'm so glad for the TRC to have happened, because my life is so much more enriched for knowing black people and having black friends. So it was a very emotional thing for me, personally.
In my life, when I started doing my one-man shows in the 80s, 1980, 81, 82, 83, I would start them not in Johannesburg or in Cape Town, but here in Bloem. In Bloemfontein, in the Guantanamo Bay of apartheid, here. On the little hill, Sterrewag, there was a little observatory. Do they still use it here? Do you still use it? And there used to be animals. There used to be kudus and zebras that looked at me while I put on my false eyelashes, you know. And so Evita interviewed all these great leaders, the warriors that had come out of jail, including the President of South Africa. They had a meeting about the week coming, and they went through everything, and they said, Thursday morning, interview with Evita, and everybody said, oh, nonsense, it's Afrikaans woman. We don't want to talk to Afrikaans women. Nobody said, actually, it's an Afrikaans man in a dress, so they didn't go there. And suddenly Nelson Mandela said from his side of the table, no, I want to talk to Evita because I have got important things to say, and no one watches the news. We had 30 minutes to record a 30-minute interview. Nothing could go wrong. No Boeing could fly over, no take two. You also had to keep, because Madiba's got a very definite rhythm of speaking. You can't interrupt. He goes, and I would say that and how about ha ha, and then when he comes to the end of it, he goes ha ha ha. He does the rhythm. So I'd been studying him on television, and so when that ha ha ha, then if he talk. When it was over, God, my ankles were swollen. Oh God, I was so exhausted. There we stood, Evita Besaidnet next to Nelson Mandela, and suddenly there was that strange moment when the cameras were not looking at us. And I said to him, President Mandela, you know, we've met each other 3 times already, and each time I meet you, you meet Evita, not me. He said, oh, no, I met Evita. I said, you've never seen me without Evita's hair? He said, no, I haven't. I said, do you want to? He said, oh, yes. So I took off there and said, no, put it back.
I thought it was brilliant because he attacked it at the right angle. He took such a sensitive topic and he welcomed anybody and everybody to really talk about it and even laugh about it.
He just wants to inspire people to be the best they can and use humor to get to that goal. And I think that's a really, really beautiful thought.
It was amazing, you know. who does not know Evita Visadenodi in South Africa? Who hasn't experienced his humor in one way or another? And to actually have a one-on-one conversation with him, to interact, and him being with you like a peer, not as an entertainer, was brilliant. And entertaining you, of course, having that laugh, just a great end to a wonderful day.